And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Signore e signori.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Unmistakably the San Siro, this most distinctive of structures. 80,000 it holds. And already we're underway here. And here's Dembele. Thuram! Now it's Camavinga. And it's Conte. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this player, Anthony Gordon, is someone who's really impressed me in recent games. He's very hard-working, quite versatile, he has an excellent attitude, and he just keeps on ploughing away. I'm just curious to see whether he'll be allowed to operate more like an inside forward, because that's when he seems to be at his most productive.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Camavinga. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Now it's Saka. Now it's Gordon. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Bellingham. Nice interception, well timed. Rice. Gallagher. England so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Knocks it short, surely! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Looking for the run. Thuram. That's a good foot in there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He has found the way through. Strokes it back. And it's James. Saka's delivery.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong. Look, that might have been telegraphed, but it's superb awareness.
Nicely weighted ball. He can run onto that. Dembele receives it in a wide position. Camavinga. And he's had a hit! A chorus of approval here. It's really good play. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Traoré. Koundé. Looking to play him in. Camavinga was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Camavinga with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. France upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Hernandez.
Such good technique.
And here's Thuram. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Saliba gets it away. Nicked it back promptly. He's had a shot! Oh, how's that for a goal? A finish right from the top draw.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Upamecano gathers from the goal kick. Camavinga. He's played it back. Now it's Camavinga. Fires. Real chance! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, that has not gone well. Guehi.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Knocks it out wide. Oh, that was vital. Tchouaméni. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Ricordiamo a tutti i tifosi che è possibile fumare solo nelle aree appositamente predisposte all'interno dello stadio. Attenzione, un cambio.
The second half then, just getting going. And here's Watkins. England come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to...
Can he finish? He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Tchouaméni. Koundé. Looking for options for movement. Strong running down that left flank. He's in a great position here. Chance to deliver. He rises! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
James does well to get it back. Saka. There he goes, motoring forward. Takes a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
Kane, clearly the target here.
Yeah, whether it's knockdowns or headers, you'll know he'll fight for it. Well, what a time for the captain to step up and put his team in front again, but while it doesn't necessarily guarantee a win here, it's a wonderful early boost in this second half.
Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. So we have a breakthrough. Now Howell. Chance for a shot! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest.
Goes for the shot!
L'affluenza di quest'oggi
Oh,
è di
fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game. Gets his head on it! Delivery from Mbappe.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Lewis Skelly. Turns back here, probably the best option. That's an imaginative pass. Now that's well seen too. England do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Stones. Rice. And it's Kane. Can he get on the end of this? That's a shade optimistic. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
England clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Dembele might just make this. Conte. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Watkins. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thuram.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's clever. Mbappe! Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, that's a good run down the left. A probing pass. And he's straight offside.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 6.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
10, numero 22. Numero 4.
Ambitious ball here. Guendouzi promptly onto that, and that is that.
Il numero 24. Il numero 3. Il numero 15. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Tries to play it through. Deflected behind for a corner kick.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's Doué.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Good ball, good take. And they've been given a corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? France are looking to go forward now. Koundé. Nicely shaped ball. Pass somewhat off target. Stones. And it's Rashford. And Lewis Skelly. Aimed beyond the defence. That's been cut out, well played. And he plays one through. And that's a and the finish! We've got a goal! Deep into injury time! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
France give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Searching passes played there.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Oh, there's a probing ball. It's a promising position.
Pretty robust defending.
That's the end. England have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Things really are sizzling here in Milan. The San Siro provides the perfect backdrop to the excitement which will follow. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the outstanding defender, Mark Gahey, may not be one of the biggest at 6 feet, but he has a calmness and maturity that gives him a real edge, Peter. I think he's also shown remarkable consistency and leadership in recent years.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well, nicely intercepted. Can he get it through? Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Nicely shaped ball. Good ball over the top. Upamecano does well to get it back. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Kane. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing...
Decent chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. France are looking to go forward now. Great run on the overlap here. Spread neatly, and he's onside. Hernandez crosses, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And he's straight offside. Chouameni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Dembele! Superb from Dembele! A finish right from the top draw. And France are in front. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Hernandez.
England really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's found a way through. Lovely feet. Conte.
This is the time you need that pace.
France upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Great ball if he can get there. Rice, and the counter is on. And it's Kane, spread out to the left. It's Bellingham. Played out wide. No way through. Dembele.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. Rice. Good take, and is he in? Conte.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Now, can they get him away? No, not quite on the same wavelength. Gordon. Nicely worked. Oh, that's fabulous. Look at the space here. Brilliantly cut out. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Kane, bustling and very visible inside the box.
Well, he is someone you can count on to get his head to it, one way or another, Peter.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Searching pass he's played there. He's shifting through the gears here. In by Saka. Mignon deals with that, nice and simple. Plays a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. Looking tidy in possession here. What chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Hernandez. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Looking for the run. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Vi informiamo che si prevede traffico intenso nei dintorni dello stadio dopo la partita. Siate prudenti.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
He's on it, can he get away? Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Saka. And that should get the job done. And they can counter here. It's a searching pass. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Rice. And it's Bellingham. That's an imaginative pass. He's having a shot! Oh, nearly. Hernandez. Camavinga. England still behind thanks to that solitary strike. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Kante, who's set up one goal so far. Yehi, that is ended up in no man's land. And here's Dembele. Dembele going face-to-face with his great rival. Kane being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
953 spettatori.
Now it's Saka. Rice. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and he welcomes it in. Goes for a shot! Yes, it's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
England grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 25, numero 6.
Koundé has it in a wide position.
Il numero 26.
Pickford claims it without any
Attenzione,
fuss.
una sostituzione.
Well, what about it? What an enthralling contest. What a wonderful contest. Now it's Solanke. He came in hard, very hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Eze. Now it's Solanke. Now it's Solanke. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Kane. Played back. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Now he's got space here. Well, played right into his path. Koundé could try cutting inside here. Koundé's cross.
Well played and well cleared.
Stood up well. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's their second corner of the game. He gets big! Oh, should have put that away.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And smartly reclaimed.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Foden receives it in a wide position. Hernandez makes the interception.
England clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Shot at goal! Gorgeous from Thuram. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. And they get themselves in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Sostituzione per la Francia. Numero 10.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
I think what we've just seen is further evidence of their resilience and fantastic belief. I mean, they can always come through. Remarkable. France nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
That's very neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Solanke.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
Grealish, and the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Olise. Tries from distance. Time added on 4 minutes. Over to the left. Grealish. And that will be it. England can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Some of the greatest who have played the game have described Frankie de Jong as a player who can define an era. The way he holds on to the ball, absorbs pressure, creates space. There's much more than a passing resemblance.
Big chance! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Delicate ball, and he shoots! It's there! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Senegal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Ambitious ball here, and this is Cruyff. Roberto Carlos, aimed it. Big header! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Senegal have scored 2 quick goals here. Rivaldo. Ronaldinho. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Edmilson. He is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Mateus. Ibrahimovic! And how did he not make it 4?
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Deftly away. Luis Suarez. Pull it. Cruyff. He's cut it out. And he has been fouled there. And it's Rivaldo. He's a sharp little ball here. Ronaldinho. Almost half an hour in now. Mateus. And here's Hullet. And this is Cruyff. Roberto Carlos at it in a wide position. And he's taking no chances there. Rivaldo. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Rivaldo. That is good alertness. Now it's Hullet.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Threads one in. Pele is onto this. Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Quality ball. Into the channel.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Roberto Carlos. There's the header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Crossed in once, and again! He got the hard part right, but the rest wrong.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Spread out to the left. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Looking for options for movement. Chance! No mistake! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here?
Luis Suarez!
He's had it nicked away.
Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez!
It's not an especially good pass, that. Edmilson. Oh, this looks sharp. Ronaldinho. Very nicely done. And it's Maldini. Aim forwards. Rivaldo.
2 added minutes has
Now
been
Yaya
indicated.
Toure. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely worked. And he's straight offside. Pele. Adriano. Rivaldo. Nesta kept aware. And we hit half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Ronaldinho gets into a good position. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Cruyff. Showing great feet there. Rivaldo defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pele picks it up out wide. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Maldini, a man never lacking in drive or determination. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Hullet. And Mateus. Oh, he's just misjudged that one.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
De Jong. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Edmilson cannot be beaten that easily. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Maldini. And it's Ronaldinho. Mateus. Roberto Carlos has created one goal already. He's got full. Oh, he's hit the bar. Cruyff gets flagged offside. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Pele. Cruyff. Oh, this is a terrific... He's had a shot! He has done it! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Senegal grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Suarez. Number 21.
And that's been one straight back.
Number 15.
Mateus.
Rivaldo. Number 6. Roberto Carlos.
Ronaldinho.
Coming on the field. Number 12.
Passes short and sharp.
Rummenigge.
And this is
Number
Cruyff.
17.
Delivered with swing.
Mbappe. Number 8. Gerrard.
Shot,
Number
surely!
14.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Number 2. Giuseppe Bergomi.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gerrard running with the ball.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Can he get on the end of this? Roberto Carlos tries to cross. Gerrard. That has ended up in no man's land. And Hullet! Superb from Hullet! A finish of true class! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge.
After 83
Well,
minutes,
a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And he was quick to react. The final 5 minutes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Some good work on the right flank here. Ronaldinho. Now this could be a chance. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Great defending, strong and determined. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. Climbs up big! Oh, terrific save. And the referee brings it to a close. Senegal looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch. And Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. But as you can see, we've already started here.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Gullit proving a very adept defence. There's the header! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Pele. Van Dijk cannot be beaten that easily. Ronaldinho. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mateus. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Adriano. Now it's Gullit. And it's De Jong. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Gullit. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. And here's Cruyff. Chance here to counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Edmilson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, this is a canny finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Senegal are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Can he get it through? Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
De Jong. Cruyff. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And here's Gullit. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. It's a good run down the right. Turns back here, probably the best option. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Arsenal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
This looks promising. Ups to... And Gullit! It's hit the upright. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Edmilson. Maldini. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Senegal really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Cruyff. And that's been intercepted. Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nice sequence of passes this, and he was quick to react. De Jong can so cleverly bypass the press. Now it's Gullit. Cruyff picks it up out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cruyff. Adriano. Cruyff. Spread it left. And that's been drilled in. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Senegal are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And it's Ronaldinho. Gullit. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Gullit. Great chance! And that is wildly off target. No, he's not getting past him there. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Leicester did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Adriano!
Changement pour le Sénégal. Le numéro 8, le numéro 9, Ibrahimovic. Le numéro 80.
Hit into the middle, and the keeper beats it away. It's Bruno Fernandes.
Le numéro 22.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Sidor. Attention, changement.
Pelé. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Opportunity for Arsenal to break. Dink through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now, what about a counter-attack? Pelé, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Pelé. It's Pelé! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Senegal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that's another good win of the ball. Van Dijk. Nesta deals with that comfortably. Oh, there's the clearance. And it's Roberto Carlos. Best. Nesta cuts out the pass. Senegal moments now away from seeing this one out. Adriano gives it back. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Oh, it's Raul. Best. And this is Raul. Very nicely done.
Additionnel.
Played out to the right. Cross to the back post. Can he finish? It's a clearance, but not much of one. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that was vital. And that is as far as it goes. Senegal have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically. Bye-bye.